Hello, and welcome to Marketing Matters from the Partner Marketing Group. Today, we'll be talking about how you can decrease bounce rates on your website. We're going to start with the definition, though, of bounce rates. A higher bounce rate indicates that you aren't able to convince a visitor to stay and learn more about your solution or to take action. So, the bounce rate ultimately is that percentage of users who land on your site and then leave without going to a second page. A bad bounce rate is anything over 80%. If you can get down to under 50%, that's excellent. Now, there's a caveat here. If you have a bounce rate over 90% or under 20%, it may be a tracking error. That can happen due to things like duplicate analytics code, incorrect implementation of events tracking, and sometimes even third party add ons like live chat plugins. While the above metrics are good to start, bounce rates also vary across industries and the type of content you have and even the type of website you have. The important thing is really to know your bounce rate and then to work to improve it. To find your bounce rate, go to Google Analytics and then click Behavior, Site Content, and then All Pages. You'll see the pages on your website with the bounce rates next to them. Start with those pages that are most important to you. And if you see high bounce rates there, work to address those first. So, how do you decrease your bounce rate? It really all comes down to the user experience. This means you need to focus not only on being easy to find, but also pleasing to look at when people do find you. Most visitors, most users will decide in a couple of seconds whether they really like your website or not. Focus on the areas that people will see first, which is usually the top of the page. Immediately describe what you are selling and have a prominent and visible call to action. Make sure it's clear and honest. And that top of page is also a great area to include client testimonials. So visitors see up front what others are saying about you and your product, your services, your solution. Misleading content is the primary reason why bounce rates are high and conversion rates are low. So you want to deliver what you say you're delivering in all of the content and optimization that you do. Videos are also helpful in driving down bounce rates. They really engage visitors and they cause them to pause to view the content. So they'll stay on the page longer and then potentially engage with other content as well. Unusual and attractive images will also cause visitors to pause on your page and look a little bit more closely. They're a highly effective tool in reducing bounce rates. You do need to be careful. Images can reduce site speed, so make sure that they're optimized for your site and that they don't bog down the speed. Client testimonials, I mentioned before, are great at the top of a page throughout your site, whether they're visuals, sharing a logo or image with a short testimonial or a video, or even just a powerful quote. Client testimonials will keep people reading. Research shows that visitors love to read success stories, so it draws them in and it can help convert them at a higher rate. Another idea to help decrease your bounce rate is a chat bot. For some reason, many of us are happier chatting with a bot than an actual salesperson, probably because we're tired of people selling to us. Chatbots are a non threatening way for visitors to ask their questions, and you're often able to ask for their email address in order to continue the connection with them. No matter what you do, visitors will still leave your site. You'll still have a bounce rate. So, one final thing to think about is you can let them go or you can make a last ditch attempt to turn them into a subscriber. So, the final tip is consider the use of exit pop ups. You can use them to offer a white paper, a case study, or a discount in return for their email address, which allows you to stay in touch with them. Of course, you need this to be relevant. So if somebody is on your page, on your site, and they've been looking at a page, for example, on a wholesale distribution solution that you have, then what you want to offer them is a learning opportunity, a thought leadership piece, an ebook, a white paper, something that targets what they were just looking at. There's no value if you have a pop-up and somebody's been looking at wholesale distribution and you offer them something for professional services. So you want that exit to be relevant to what they were searching for. There are tools like Opt-in Monster and PickReal, which are great options for adding pop-ups, and also other conversion tools to your site. So with that, quick overview of bounce rates and some simple things that you can do in order to decrease those bounce rates. If you have any questions, if you need help developing content, working on your website, and developing engaging offers, please reach out to the Partner Marketing Group at info@thepartnermarketinggroup.com. Thank you.